Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, welcome to my channel. My name is Mike and today we are going to be doing 3 looks with my custom cool tone palette that is mainly Sydney Grace shadows. There's literally 4 Nabla shadows in here, which is these two and these two. This is a very old depotted Catrice shadow in a silver, and this is Lethal Cosmetics Rise from the Ashes, and everything else that is in here is by Sydney Grace. And I decided to build myself my own sort of cool tone palette last spring because I just thought that, you know, not too many brands are really doing this, and I just really wanted to curate my own little color story here. We've got some mattes, we've got some blues, we've got some like purpley shades in here. Then we've got these like gorgeous greens over in this corner, and then we've got like the grays, and then like all these variations of taupe shimmers, which I just really like. If you would like to see swatches of the Sydney Grace shadows, then I have those up on my channel already. I did a Sydney Grace swatch video on Wednesday, so please check that out. I'll put it in the cards if you'd like to see these swatched. I also swatched this shade on Tuesday when I did Lethal Cosmetics, and I believe that I also swatched all of my Nabla shadows before in the past, so you should be able to find videos and content with all of those up. So I'm gonna do 3 looks with this, and I definitely want to do something with these navies and with the purples and with the greens. So I think I'm just going to leave most of the neutrals for what they are. And I think that today I'm just going to go in with the greens because I'm just really feeling a green look. I'm wearing a very sort of like boring outfit with a black t-shirt and a gray cardigan, so then I don't want to make it like too basic on top. And I also have a couple of lip options that I was like, depending on what I go for today, I can choose from that. So I've got something that's a very cool tone neutral here. This is Thistle by Bite. These are in my Shop My Stash. And I've got Rebel by MAC. And I really like Rebel with a green toned eye, so I think I might go for that one. So I'm going to keep that to the side. Or we could just go for a classic red. This is Catrice's Demi matte lipstick in REDefine Love. So I'm going to keep those off to the side because I think I'll go for Rebel. Let's just get us started, and I want to go, hold on, I don't normally film in this spot, so I'm completely like thrown off, like, ooh, I'm in a different spot, but I just thought it could be fun to film in the office again for a change, you know, just to change it up, so I think what I'll just do, just to get us started, is to go in with this brown. This is called Grounds from the top of my head, just to have something in the crease. Shall I zoom you in as well? That may be helpful. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is called Grounds. Oh, this is, whenever I use single shadows, I'm always covered in shadow. So let's just put this in the crease. So now I feel I need to blend that shade out just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take Concrete Road, which is just beneath it. It's a little bit lighter and ashier, and I'm just going to put it along the edge here. Now what we're going to do, because I want to try and use all of these greens that I have for you here, so I'm going to go in with Island Paradise, which is this really intense dark matte, which I'm going to push into the crease and in the outer V, you could say. And then I think I'm going to try and deepen it up further with Midnight Green, like really on that like outer corner. But I'm first going to set up the rest of the look with a bit of a matte dark green cool tone. And to make sure we get a nice blend on everything, I'm going to take Grounds again, and I'm going to use that to blend out Island Paradise a bit further. Back in with concrete road right here to make sure we get a seamless blend on everything. So now what I want to do is use these two shimmering greens on the lower lash line. So I think one of these is called Island Paradise, which I believe, no, is called Palm Trees, which I think is this one, and this is Keep It Fun. And I think I want to put this one on the outer edge and then this on the inner edge of my lower lash line, and then we're going to go in with this golden shade Cadet. Like, we're going to put that all over the lid, and then I'm going to use Midnight Green in the end to deepen up that outer V, maybe also deepen up things here a little bit, but we're first going to see how these shades go. And now I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Cadet. I'm going to use it all over the mobile lid. I'm going to take my finger a little bit with that shade. I'm just going to make sure I have it as intense as can be, especially in the center. And now what I want to do is sort of bring back some of that depth towards the edge. I'm going to go in with Midnight Green, and I'm going to dab that on the outer edge here to really deepen it up, because this is such a stunning, like, dark shimmer. Like, I think that if I would have gone for something like a halo eye, which on my eye shape isn't the best, but this would have been a perfect shade for something like that. But then we're gonna bring some of that depth here towards the outer edge back. Ooh, that's pretty. And now I'm going to use that as well to sort of really deepen out that outer edge of the lower lash line, because I feel that the top lid now looks a lot darker than the bottom lid. So I'm going to just really push it right here at the far edge, and then sort of connect up. And now I just need a really gorgeous inner corner highlight. And for that, I think I can go for a silver, or I can go for this, like, I can go for the silver here in the corner, but I could also go with this. And I think I want to go with that. This is Tiara, and Tiara is like a really nice, like, taupe shimmer, but it's got a lot of, like, gold silver reflect to it. So it's sort of like, is it gold? Is it silver? But it definitely has a bit of warmth to it. And I think it will go nicely with the greens. All right, let me whip on mascara and then a lipstick, and I'll be right back. So that's it. That's look number one with my custom green cool tone palette, focusing mainly on the greens, and I did put on Max Rebel. Do you just see how well it goes together with a green look like this? Oh, I love it. And especially because these greens are more cool tone leaning, like they have a lot of gray to them, I feel it just really, really comes together. I do have to say that those two shades here, let me see, which were they? Palm Trees and Keep It Fun, like these two. They do pull a lot more blue tone than I had expected, but I do quite like sort of how it comes together. But the shades on my top lash are definitely my favorite, like Cadet, and then with Island Paradise, a bit of Midnight Green in the outer corner, and then just a very sort of smoky crease. These are the kind of looks I live for, people. So expect more from this video coming your way. We are now moving on to look number two. So I'm going to be kicking off with a plum look today. So I'm going to go in with that purple and this one and sort of like this one. And I've got some more, like this Nabla shade has a bit of a plummy undertone too. And I think perhaps with some of these shimmers over here, I think that can be nice. So let's put these on the lid. So I'm going to kick us off with Regal, and that's this purple matte here. Because I want to try and use as many of these shades, I think it might be nice to put Officer in the crease as well to deepen it up. And then I think I want to go for something like a halo eye, because I think that these two purples together can look very pretty. So that's what I think I want to go for. So I'm going to deepen the crease up with Officer a little bit. This is a very dark gray tone, so I'm just going to push this into the crease a bit more, just to make sure I have a lot of depth there. And I'm going to take that shade off again. And I'm going to go back in with Regal, because now I feel I've lost that purpliness. So I definitely want to make sure that I blend it more like up here, just to bring that back. And this way we get a very nice like gray toned lavender kind of shade, which I'm really, really digging. Just to make sure we round off that crease, making sure we blend very well, I'm going to take Winter Wonder, which is this very pale, like it's like a very light gray with a bit of a lilac to it. So I'm going to use that to blend it out with my very fluffy brush. So now I want to put Rushed, and I think this is called Mythical or Immortal. I don't know. It's one of those two, but this is definitely called Rushed. So I'm going to put that on the outer V here and in the inner corner, and I'm going to put this in the center of the lid. And then I think I want to go in with this shade, which I think is called, again, so these two are either, these two are called Mythical and Immortal, I'm sure, but I don't remember which one is which. I believe the more purpley one is called Mythical, and the more neutral one is called Immortal, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to use that one in the inner corner for sure. So I've got a very flat brush here. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush that they no longer do. It's the 106, but I love this for like really packing on shadow in the outer corners. So now I'm going to take that same brush, but I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to take that Mythical shade and pack it onto the center of the lid. And even though the color payoff of these shades is absolutely fine, I do like to go in with a little bit of finger action, because I feel that that gets the blend just a little bit more seamless. And of course you will intensify the shimmer quite a bit. I actually want to do one step more. This look is kind of coming along as we're doing this. I think I want to take a very, very small brush. So this is an even smaller brush. Do you see that? This is a Zoeva Detail Shader 237. And I think I'm just going to take that very bright lilac-y shade that I have here, that I was just going to use in the inner corner, but I'm going to use it really here in the center of the lid, just a little dab, just to really add some brightness here, right above the pupil of my eye. So do you see that? So that way you get a really nice halo. Of course, typically a halo eye would include the crease, but my crease is too deep, so you can't see a halo eye on me if I have my eyes like open, because then this happens. I just have a very deep crease. Most of my crease work always disappears in the fold of my eye, and my brow bone is actually already right here, so to push it all the way up to my brow would look very crazy in real life. So that's why I like doing them like this, and you just kind of see it when I look down. Now typically a halo eye would then continue on the bottom lash line, but because I want to try and use as many of these shades as I possibly can, I think I want to go into this dark gray over here. Now I don't know what this is called, but I'll look it up, but this is a Nabla shade. And I think I want to do, like, I'm going to repeat the halo, but I'm going to do it with this gray and then this like lavendery kind of shade. I think that will be pretty. Both of these shades are by Nabla. Like I said, I will leave down below what those shades are called because I don't know from the top of my head. And without a tool, I can't take these out because the palette is so well magnetized and I don't want to break any of these shadows. So let me pack this on. So I'm not necessarily pulling on my lid or anything. Ooh, that gray is so nice with it. When you sort of put it on, I'm not sure if you can see it very well. Let me go in a little bit more heavy-handedly on this eye. But it's got a little bit of lilac, like a plum running through it, which you don't really see in the pan. So I think it goes perfectly with this purple. It's got like it's like a gray with a bit of a purple undertone. That is cool. And I'm going to take that, like, that does look like a purple in the pan, this one. I'm going to take that one and put it in the center here. And now I just need something to go into the inner corner. And I think that for that purpose, I'm going to be taking that shade again that I used on the very center of the lid. I'm just going to dab it right there. Oh, it's really pretty as an inner corner highlight. That's a great shade to add a bit of brightness to the look. So that would be the finished look. I'm going to do mascara, put on a lipstick, and then I'll be right back. So that would be look number 2 with my custom cool toned blue, green, purple, kind of neutrally kind of palette. And my eyes are a little teary because my hay fever is absolutely killing me. So whenever I do something around my eyes, they get a little teary because they're very sensitive right now, but I'll be fine in a few minutes. So don't worry if you're like, Micah, your eye looks very watery. It goes away, it does. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We have finished the purpley look and now I really want to go in with these navies. So I'm back for the third and final look, and like I said, I want to go in with these navies for sure, and I also want to go in with this black eye shade, and then this one that's silver I think is going to go lovely in the inner corner, and we're just going to go bold with this dark blue all the way in the crease. I saved the best for last, I hope. So I'm gonna go big or go bold or go home. That's the saying of this look, which is why I left it for the last one. So I'm actually going to put this matte dark blue in the crease. That's where we're gonna start. This is going to be a bold look because this eyeshadow is super pigmented. So I'm only going to take a little bit to start. Okay, so I think that way, even if my eyes are open, you can see some of that blue. I think I do want to take, where is it? Where did it go? This fluffy Zoeva brush again. I use this a lot. This is the Looks Define crease. And again, that navy and just a touch, just to make sure we get a very seamless blend here. So I want to make sure this is nice and smoky, so I'm going to go in with my Zoeva Petite crease. And then I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Slade. Or is this Deep Waters? These two are called Slade and Deep Waters, and I've forgotten which one I put where. I think this is Slade. It's the darkest one of the two. So I'm going to put that in the outer V. Okay, so we've got that down, and now I want to go in with a super dark shade. I want to put Black Ice all over the lid. This is something I never do, but because I want this look to be super smoky, that's what we're gonna do. A little bit of Black Ice to intensify the shimmer, just with my finger. So now I want to put this deep dark blue on the lower lash line together with, I think I'm just going to go in with that taupe shade right here. And those two I think can make a really nice look for the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this taupe shade, which is called Somber, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line as well. And now what I want to do, because I want to make sure that that lower lash, like that top lash line, that it's nice and smoky. So I'm actually gonna go in with this Lethal Cosmetics shade, which is called Rise from the Ashes, which is the darkest shade in this entire palette, save from Midnight Green, which is over here. And I'm going to use that as a liner to really get that depth along that top lash line. And this is probably not going to show up a lot. I just really want to make sure it's nice and smoky. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put an inner corner highlight in, and I just want to use this Silver by Catrice. This is one of the very few depotted shadows that I still have, because this is just one of the best silvers ever. It's not too stark. It's bright, but it's not like that super icy silvery shade. It's got a bit more depth to it. So this has always been my favorite silver in my entire makeup collection, which is why it gets to go into this look. So let me apply mascara and a nice red lipstick with this very smoky eye, and then I'll be right back. So there you have it. That's the third and final look that I did with the palette. I've now used, say, for like 3 or 4 shades, I've used every single shade in this palette. So this would be my navy smoky eye, with which I would always go for a red lip. I do look very pale now if I look at myself in the viewfinder. It doesn't look that bad in real life, but in the viewfinder I look super duper pale, so I'm not sure what's going on. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I've got some more content coming your way in Single Shadow Week, so stay tuned for that. And next week I will be back with my regular program of 3 videos a week as well. So stay tuned for more videos, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye!